Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Afsa Rosette. If you're new here, thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe and like this video. If you're returning, thank you for sticking with me. I've been gone for like a month now and apologies guys, life's just been lifing, but I thought I'll jump on here and actually come up and actually show you guys a video on starter lock essentials for anyone that's either new on here, for anyone that is starting their lock journey or contemplating on starting a lock journey. This video is for you. So I thought I've got like so many bags here because I was thinking about, okay, what are some things that I wish I knew that I needed essentially when I started my lock journey, instead of just trial and error. So I'll give you some tips on what things that I have used or I used when I was starting my lock journey, that might be able to help anyone here along the journey. So without further ado, let's get into it. I don't want to make this video too long. No, I can talk. So one thing I feel like anyone, and apologies guys, you see me looking there, it's simply because I'm just trying to make sure I'm in frame. But I feel like you definitely need a spray bottle. This is quite big, right? It's like the size of my arm. I had a smaller one that I lost, but yeah, this is what you need. And inside this, I've got a mixture of rose water. Check out my other video. I think I've got a video of where I was refreshing my locks and removing my barrel twists. But essentially in here, I've got rose water, some essential oils, and aloe vera. So I've got that. That's what I personally feel like you will need. I was trying to find my rose water, but I can't seem to find it out. It's possibly in one of these bags, but you need the spray bottle and rose water, maybe aloe vera gel should you wish. But defo get you some rose water and a spray bottle like this. If anything, you can also add distilled water in this as well, unless you want to use tap water, up to you. But this is essential, especially in the morning when you're trying to spritz and moisturize your locks. You'll need a bottle like this. This is like again, I had a smaller one that was wider but smaller. I lost, but something like this where you can keep your oil mix. In here I've got castor oil, I've got moringa oil, I've got grapeseed oil, avocado oil, I've got essential sorry, I'm losing my voice vitamin E oil and some essential oils mix all in one. I washed my hair, that's when I'll add it to my scalp and so forth. I don't really use this all the time. I know some people say that they re-oil their scalp at least every day or every 3 or 4 days. No, I simply re-oil my scalp every 2 weeks because I wash my hair every 2 weeks. I personally, for me, don't feel like it's overkill oiling out my scalp every 2, 3, 4 days, especially if I haven't washed it. I feel like my scalp produces enough oil for me, and if I do add oil to my scalp, often I get an itchy scalp, so I prefer it on wash days. So get you one of these, right? The next thing I feel like you would need, if you do brush your locks, especially as they start to mature, get you a brush like my one. This side is much harder than this side, like a soft bristle brush to remove the lint. I was always like, I don't feel like I need to brush my locks. But later on, I realised that defo, when I tried it, and especially because I had the lint in my hair, it definitely helped get rid of the lint. So get you one of these brushes. Again, soft ones, right? One with soft bristles. This is one that I personally used even when I had loose natural hair, just because I don't like the roughness I don't like the harder bit, because it's really, you're compromising the health of your locks and your loose natural hair. A hair drop, because on those no retwist days, when you need a retwist, if you're not comfortable with the way your hair is going to look, I would suggest getting yourself a hair wrap for those days where you don't feel as comfortable going out and perhaps you're overdue a retwist, especially if you're going to start extending your retwist for longer. I used to retwist my hair when I first started every month, right? And now I've extended it. I tried to go at least 3 months. Right now, last time I retwisted my hair was end of June. I'm trying to go take it to end of September, maybe mid-October. But get yourself a hair wrap. I haven't done a video doing a hair wrap of how I tied my hair when I had short starter locks, but I will do a video on that. So get yourself one of these, or better yet, get yourself some black leggings. I'm sure if, again, ladies, you've all got leggings in your house. I will do a video on how I use my leggings as a hair wrap if you don't have hair wraps at hand, or sometimes you do, or you don't have the right colour, etc. So I used to wear these and tie it like a turban, and you can tie it different ways for when I needed to just, I couldn't bother to do my hair and I just needed to just cover it up. So that's that. So guys, I'm still out of a satin bonnet. This is an open packet. This is my satin bonnet. I got a big one so that my hair can grow with it. When I first started my locks, I didn't have a large satin bonnet just because even my loose hair before I was locked, I never slept with a satin bonnet. And if you've watched my 1 to 12 months lock video, you notice that I went completely bald when so I had loose natural hair, then I went completely bald, and then I let my hair grow out for a year, then I locked it. So that period I never really wore a satin bonnet because I never really needed to. My hair was very short. In fact, my hair was bald, so I never needed to. I used to wear do-rags, and then after a while I thought, you know what, let me just get myself a satin bonnet. So what I tend to do is, as you can see my hair like this, I'll usually sleep with it like this, and then I put a satin bonnet like this to bed. And I try, as you can see, the way I do it, especially if I haven't covered, if my edges are still out, I would usually make it do this. And the reason why I do this is so that this elastic band, it's kind of fabric, it's not satin or silk, it's not rubbing on my edges. It's just the most healthiest way that I feel like I can maintain my edges as well. And if you were to sleep like this with like a head wrap, move it closer, it can retain, you can then retain your retwist so that it lasts longer as well. Try to learn how to retwist your hair so that you can maintain it on those emergency days at home. Let's say your salon's fully booked, right? Get yourself some clips, right? So again, I think 4 months in, I started to retwist my own locks. So these are much smaller clips. I do need to invest in bigger ones now that my hair is getting longer. So they essentially look like this. I mean, everyone, you've probably seen what they look like that. And a rat tail comb. The one that I have in here, in fact, it's broken. It's not as sharp, so I'd suggest getting the one with the metal. I had one, I lost it, but something much sharper perhaps if you want to have that crisp look. When I retwist my hair, I just part it with my fingers personally, but if you like that crisp look, then definitely get yourself like a rat tail comb, and again, some clips. Let's just get yourself a Loc gel, right? And there's many Loc gels out there, but I feel like I really want to do a video of comparing Loc gels because I feel like I know the ones that for me have worked and the ones that leave me with build-up. The one that I can recommend is Joey Naturals, my gel. This one for me, it was expensive on Amazon, about £30. I mean, it depends on what you think expensive though, but for me as a Loc gel at the time, I thought it was expensive. Now I'm like, you know what, this has actually lasted me pretty long, and I don't just use it for my locks, I also use it on my daughter's hair. And I feel like the reason why it's gotten this far, I mean, it's finishing slightly, it's because of my daughter's hair. But for myself, I personally try to, I don't really use much when I'm retwisting my hair. I always tell people, when it comes to retwisting, it's all about the technique. In terms of trying to maintain, trying to avoid build-up. It's all about the technique. It doesn't matter what you use, unless you're solely not using any kind of product. There's no product, even if it says build-up, no build-up or build-up friendly, it's always going to cause build-up if you're using too much and you're being heavy-handed. Since if you do want some edge control, then, you know, edge booster, especially if you've been a natural prior to getting locks, you know edge booster is the one. And I've also got the Ebin 24-hour gel tamer, edge tamer. So I've got those ones. So again, I don't use those for retwists. I use them sparingly for my edges, and sometimes I don't really do my edges. I mean, you can get yourself like a normal edge brush. Get yourself some hairbands, hair scrunchies. These are the ouchless ones, but again, these are smaller. I'm trying to find like the bigger ones because these are actually for my daughter's hair, not for mine. But I did use those when I was doing 2-strand twists on the rope twists, But I found that when I was, especially because my hair was not that mature, I found that when I was using the elastic bands, they were leaving indentations in my locks, and my locks were becoming a different shape. So I would suggest you get yourself some thicker hairbands. I can't find the thicker hairbands in here, but if I find them, I'll let you know. And get yourself some elastic bands, especially if they start to mature, or perhaps if you have thicker locks. Mine are on the small / medium size, so elastic bands I do use sometimes. I try to avoid them though. And the other thing I would suggest is get yourself some foam if you're gonna be styling your locks, especially once they start to mature. You're gonna want that curly look, so get yourself some of those, in addition to some perm rods. So I only started using these perm rods. I got like a short that I've uploaded on YouTube, these perm rods. I still need to figure out, I mean, they came out okay. I felt like it was a fail, but they still held the curl for like, what, 1 day, 2 days? So I still need to try and find a foam that will work best for my locks. I didn't really like this. I didn't like the way it made my hair fit, my locks feel. I felt like my locks got much thinner than they were prior, so I didn't like that. The hairbands, I mean, so as you can see, this is quite stretchy, and I'll demonstrate it later or in another video, because I want to try and make 2 separate videos. I don't want to make this one too long. Bobby pins, I mean, this is your lock journey. Don't make it boring. Make sure that you're also enjoying the journey. I feel like one thing that I wish I could have done is perhaps tried out more styles. As you can see, these are still new. I haven't tried them out yet, but I am looking forward to starting out and doing more styles with my locks. So get yourself some bobby pins if you don't already have them. I mean, most people do have them lying around the house. I feel like if you get these, you can be able to style them up. Even do like, I saw someone that they didn't do the, what are they called? My mind's gone blank now. Bantu knots. They weren't kind of bantu knots. They were like more flatter bantu knots, and she then applied them. She added these to make them stay, and they look so cute. And her hair, I think at the time, was quite short, so they weren't they look like starter locks essentially. So you could try that. I do want to try those styles. This is setting mousse. So once you have done your retwist, for example, and you want to sit under a bonnet, feel free to get like one of those drying bonnets where you can attach it to a hairdryer. I still don't use any of those. I try to avoid heat entirely, so I let my hair air dry. And because my locks are not as thick, I feel like I can get away with it. Whilst you're doing your edges of the ends of the hair, you could also add setting mousse to kind of like lay them, and then wrap up your hair if you want to sit under a dryer, or if you want to just let it air dry, but add like a head wrap or something to set the edges of your hair. I think I've covered everything. So if there isn't anything that I haven't covered, or any questions you may have, if you've started your lock journey, well done, congratulations, welcome to the Loc gang. If you're contemplating, what are you afraid of? I hope this video is your sign to start. What are you afraid of? Let me know in the comments below. What are some things that are stopping you from starting the journey? What are things are you scared about? If you have started, how far along are you in your lock journey? If you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.